I sleep in a hammock. I've been sleeping in a hammock now for over a year. I used to sleep in a bed and I had so many neck issues. Figured I would take it apart and explain it because there's like a bunch of different pieces. This is the underquilt. It keeps me warm. You don't need an underquilt, but I use one because I'm just always cold. I like this stand. There are these little pins here to keep it in. So, whoops, it comes off and you can put it back on very easily. The last hammock stand I had, I needed a hex key. I lost the hex key. And then I couldn't take it apart and I couldn't take it with me when I moved. And then I went back to sleeping in a bed and then I had a lot of neck issues. Oh my gosh, something fell. Scared the crap out of me. Starting with the underquilt, put that on these hooks. So, gotta hook this in, hook the other side in, and then put this inside. I have my sleeping bag. And then, during the day, I have this reading pillow, and I put it in here so I can sit up. And then you get in. Oh. You're supposed to here's the hammock and you sleep at an angle is what you're supposed to do. So I guess I should take this out. And then you just sleep at an angle. Diagonally. So you're laying flat. You're supposed to be laying flat. And then I don't have a lot of neck issues, to be honest. So early to mid 20s, I slept in a hammock and I had significantly less neck issues. And then I couldn't find the hex key to take the hammock stand apart because it was from IKEA. I got really lucky. I went to IKEA, their clearance section in Bloomington, Minnesota, and there was a hammock stand for a really good deal. It was a steal. So I got it and I took it home and I'm like, I'm going to sleep in a hammock from now on. And then I moved and I obviously couldn't take it with me. So I went back to sleeping on a mattress, although I was poor. So it was a mattress on the ground and that wasn't very comfortable, but whatever. You can't afford what you can't afford. And then I spent years trying to be comfortable in a bed and I could not get to that point. It was so frustrating. I tried a pregnancy pillow. I've never been pregnant, but I tried a pregnancy pillow. And, because I'm a side sleeper. It's so weird. I'm a side sleeper, but when I'm in a hammock, I'm not a side sleeper. I'm a back sleeper. If I sleep on my side, then my arms get sore. But I could not be, I would be comfortable sleeping on my side, and I wake up with my neck super sore. You know when you wake up and your neck is so sore, and you're driving, and you have to, look at your blind spot? And I couldn't even, turn my neck all the way because it was just so uncomfortable. And I would have constant issues. I'd have to go to the chiropractor a bunch of times to get adjusted. It's just very frustrating. And then I tried a weighted blanket because I figured maybe a weighted blanket would help, right? To keep me from moving around when I'm sleeping. No, not really. I tried everything I possibly could try. I even tried sleeping on the ground. I got this kapak, I think it's called, stuffed floor mat, and it was so uncomfortable. And then I'm like, I want to go back to hammock sleeping. But the nice thing about this thing is because the stand is really nice, I can take it apart. It comes in a bag. I didn't show myself putting it together the first time, but the hammock stand comes with this bag, so it fits in there and you can carry it. The hammock itself, it stuffs into this little pocket. And then this comes in its own bag. I don't know where it went. But everything collapses down really freaking well. It's just so convenient. Like, I already feel crappy when I don't get enough sleep. So it's great. And moving has been a breeze. I don't know how everyone else is doing it. So when you move and you have a bed, because I've never moved with a bed. I moved out of my mother's house when I was 25. And then I bought a new bed because I was in the hammock. So I bought a mattress from IKEA that was on clearance. And I slept on that for 2.5 years. I never actually got a bed frame for it. And then I ended up in a long-term relationship, and that person already had a bed, so moved to there, and then tried the whole pregnancy pillow thing, weighted blanket, that wasn't really working. 2 months after that, left while he was at work, because that was a very bad situation, and then ended up back in a bed for 4 more years. I actually bought a bed frame and a whole mattress. It was like a full, I think it's a full, yeah, a full that I was in for 4 years. I had 2 dogs at the time, so I know that they loved me being back in a bed for a long time. Because if I have a hammock, they're not coming in the hammock. I don't want them scratching it up. And then before I moved from Minnesota to Texas, I'm like, then that's why when I tried sleeping on the ground, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't work, because I don't want to take my bed with me. It didn't make sense. Like what do people do? If you move, you have to hire someone to move your mattress? Because I don't know, legally you can even put it on the roof of your car. That just seems dangerous to me. But yeah, I switched to the hammock, and it has been a breeze moving. I fit everything in my car. I got rid of a lot of stuff, but very convenient. I am concerned if I ever decide to travel. I don't know what I'm going to do because I think I'll just be uncomfortable. Actually, I stayed a night at a friend's house. I was fine one night in a bed. I think it's if I'm long-term back in a bed, it's going to cause issues.